It only took me a couple of months, but my most popular series I've ever made is back. That is such cap. This is not at all my most popular series, but you guys have been requesting this for a while now, and I have not been delivering, so I guess it's time to follow up on my first episode with another one. And if this is just as successful as the previous one, I might put this on the main channel, maybe add some more quality, maybe talk a bit more in depth. But for this video, I'll be looking at like 3 recordings because a lot of them are too old and outdated, and this one is outdated too. And to try just get some momentum going to get people to post more videos for me to rate. Which, if you want to do so, you can go to my Discord. There's a channel there called Big Mouse Submissions where you can, submit some videos for me to rate. And make sure it's losses, please, because most of these are wins. I think every single one is a win actually, but it's usually easier for me to give some pointers or help the player in question to improve if it's lost where there's some obvious mistakes and where it is in the lobby with just mobiles that you're, steamrolling through. But with that being said, first game is Shadow X Kid. He's a bridge leaderboard player, PC player, pretty good PC player too, as you'd expect a PC player to be. And we're playing Utopia, and this person is not 4 rushing, but they are 8 rushing, which is very recommendable for this map actually because a 4 rush is very risky. We're taking a fight here. He tried to God bridge, which is not a good idea, or jump bridge. I swear, I need to stop saying God bridge because this is a jump bridge, but you know what I mean. It's very difficult for fights like this to know when is too high and when is too low when you're building up. And I think right here you should have been 1 block higher, or you should have stopped building 2 blocks ago to take a fight, because this fight is going to define how you approach playing against this guy for the entire game, which is not great. You should have maybe won this fight to have some confidence. I would have, built up 2 more blocks or something, because you can already see him pushing here, and your reaction time is a bit slow. I guess it's just what happens when you're playing in some high ping players, and you get hit, and then you just get low grounded and droppers advantaged on. You have to lose your bed now, but you're in a pretty good position. For me, at least, I really like being a final because it gives me so much more freedom. Well, it gives me a lot more freedom in terms of where I can go and what I can do, but also limits obviously what I can do. I can't, for example, instantly rush this person. So, what Shadow Axe to do right here is either go middle or go to other bases to try to outgear the other person. But you see what I meant is that that one fight he took is going to define his entire approach to the game. He's not fighting this person anymore. He's being more passive. He's getting other generators, which I'm not saying is bad, but that's why the first fight is one of the most important. It's because it I guess it shows it's a good way to tell which player is better. And in this case, I think there's like a lack of confidence here from Shadow to take a fight. As you can see, he's fireballing, which that wasn't a good fireball, but we'll ignore that. He doesn't want to fight, but he's in a good position because he can move freely, and the person behind him is gonna have to avoid. Solo plays is gonna have to avoid, which he does. You could actually win for the bed here. I think you would have made it to his bed in time, and you could have gotten out. You had enough blocks. You could have just broken his bed and then, spammed clicking so you could get out again. But it's fine. You can get middle. And you can go to red, which is what you're going to do. Actually, blue is there. Good idea. Don't go for that, because you don't know if blue has a fireball. And never mind, blue left. Where did blue go? What? Where did blue go? Where is blue? Is blue at the diamond? Where did blue go? I saw blue on the bridge. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just, I guess, leave blue be for now. You're going to buy a pearl, pickaxe. I don't think I saw him by endstone. I wasn't paying attention to that, but could be. I think, I'm overall satisfied with this. A lot of blocks, which is always very important. And now I'd suggest you just make sure you don't get seen by solo plays. The biggest advantage that somebody who doesn't have a bed can have is to stay out of sight of the other player, because the other player, as long as they don't know where you are, they cannot go anywhere else, because for all they know, you could be hiding at a base next to them. See, now he sees you, now he's pushing you, now your situation isn't as good. You're gonna fireball him though? Yes, very nice. And now get his bed. Go for it. Please. Okay, yes. Fireball his bed. and get it, or you can fireball him and get it with the pickaxe. Nice. Okay, well, maybe don't go in here because he's, you know, right in your way. Pass him. Are you gonna get comboed? No, he just he falls off. Okay, that's very weird. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I mean, I like this actually. This is pretty good so far. But again, see what I mean is that because he lost the first fight, there's a very non-confrontational attitude going forward. And again, while that can be a good thing, I think there's certainly something to be learned here about confidence. I definitely think he could have won a fight against solo plays if he concentrated enough, and it would have definitely shifted the the confidence between the two players. But I think it worked out for him because solo plays was being a bit too, I wouldn't say cocky. I'd say he was being a bit too um, impulsive. He was pushing Shadow a bit too much. But I think, as I said, I think Shadow could still take in some more fights. And now he's gonna go for the last team, and he's gonna win the game. It's pretty safe to say, yes, he won the game. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like very good game, and as you can see, this is a really good example of, being able to win a game even though you lost your bet. And I guess there's a lot to be learned here about trying to, play the game passively and not go for too many fights. I think this is a very good way to play the game and a very easy way to get wins, especially if you lost your bet. But I also think that it would have been he should have taken some more fights just to test the ground to know how competent the other player was at PvP. But I'm still pretty happy with this gameplay. I don't think a lot of mistakes were made. The one thing I can maybe point out is that you didn't go for the bed right when you went to middle and you were getting chased. I don't know where exactly, somewhere here when you went back to middle and you were getting chased. I feel like you no, it's not here, not here. Right here where he voids. I feel like you could have gone for the bed and then probably won the game right afterwards because you have middle. But I guess something I want to implement, which I usually don't do, is that what you should do in yellow's position is take control of middle as soon as you can. So what he does here, what solo plays does here, is he just chases Shadow for the entire game. He just follows Shadow around the entire time. Like he follows him from green to the diamond gen to blue, hoping that he could trap him between blue and himself. But it just doesn't work because he can go to middle. As I said, I think if Solo went to middle after he got his bed, he could have had a massive advantage. He could have gotten Obby. There's a lot of things to be gained. When you're at middle, you can also keep an eye out for green. So as soon as he got the bed, he should have gone to middle or to the diamond gen and got geared up. But what he does all game is just chase him, which is a bad idea. He just started end the game as soon as possible, and Shadow played it smartly because he noticed he was just getting chased, and he could use that to his advantage. So, well played, and I think that while the first fight wasn't great for green, I think yellow made a lot of mistakes here that shouldn't have been made. Alright, next game. This game I have not seen actually before, so I'm actually quite interested to see what happens here. This is mobile, obviously, if I couldn't tell, and we are playing on Futuristic. Now, first of all, you rush from the wrong spot. I don't think you're going to make this jump. Yeah. For those that don't know, you have to bridge from here, which I think that's pretty much common knowledge now, but you should bridge from these two blocks. So, right where the G is currently, like the green text and then the green G, that's where you should bridge from, or where the blue text is. That's the two blocks you should bridge from. Not here, because otherwise you're not going to make it. Also, don't build up, because I don't think you can make it if you build up, no matter from where you bridge from, because you're wasting a lot of blocks building up and trying to get height. So yeah, this isn't useful for you. You're in a really bad situation here, because this person probably knows you're out of blocks, and they know they can just get high ground on you, and for all they care, they could just pass you, and there's nothing you can do. You walk back, which is a good idea. You're baiting the other player to jump down. Very smart. That's what I do all the time. Right here, you don't break the block, which is really weird. I've seen that bug happen a couple times. And you just take a fight. This isn't a great fight. I think I'm gonna lose this. And never mind, you win? What? Did you just win that? Okay, impressive. That's actually nice. Not bad. I didn't think you're gonna win that because that's, at least for like a PC fight, that's very difficult to win. But you did win. You should have probably made a better defense there, at least in my opinion, because you're on low health. So the other person has respawn advantage over you, and it's kind of unfortunate. But I think you're gonna get the bed, considering how well you did at the start. And wow, you just absolutely destroy the man. Very nice, very nice. Very well played, but very luck based. I would have made a better defense to be sure that I don't lose bed, and if I didn't make a bad defense, I would have probably built up more and thrown the fireball first and played it a bit safer. But it's fine. You did a good job so far. You get fireballs. That actually I didn't see that. What? Who? Oh, okay. I see. Is that green? That is green. I didn't see that because there was a text there. That's unfortunate. I can see why you couldn't see that. I don't think you can change your GUI as a mobile player, so you're kind of stuck with having huge black boxes, which doesn't benefit you at all. I don't know why you go. Why do you go inside your gen? You should keep an eye out for where green is and take the fight to green. Even if you know you're gonna lose a fight, you should have walked out because hang on, like give me a second. Like where exactly is green? Like first of all, you're not looking for green and where he's at. I mean, actually no. You see that he's like already starting to bridge. And I don't know why you like. Yeah, look, you can literally see him bridging right here. And you can see him right here. I mean, that's a bad angle, but you can see him bridging. You should have walked out, taken the fight. Even if he kills you and then breaks your bed, he's going to be very low and you're going to be able to win the fight, like, basically no matter what. So, this is very risky. You go in the gen and, like, you pick up... Well, why? Like, you even go back for the iron. I felt like that was sort of what you wanted to go for, but not a great idea. You still win, though. Where you're obviously very lucky, but it's not very safe to play like that. I don't like the playstyle so far. You should, yeah. It seems like there's just like a bit of a lack of awareness. Not seeing green there was a mistake. I would have probably also made that. I feel like had massive chat that I couldn't look at. And I don't know why you're pushing. Why are you pushing here? You've got no advantage whatsoever. He probably has like more fireballs than you. He definitely has a fireball. See, he has more. I told you. He has more fireballs than you. Why are you even like? Why are you walking backwards? What are you expecting? Like, how are you expecting to win this fight? This guy's obviously controller or PC, so you're already at a disadvantage, and you're still like walking back, hoping you can take a fight with him. Like, you're not sprinting backwards. You're not running away instantly. You're sort of reconsidering whether or not you can take this fight, and you somehow think you can. But you can't, and now you're just running back and running for your life, and you fall off. Okay, well that's unfortunate. What the hell? Okay, it's a bit weird. Sorry for that. I mean, yeah, a lot of mistakes here. First, I swear I can't like my Windows Explorer stop bugging out. First mistake here is taking this fight. Like, this is the exact opposite of what Shadow did in the last game. Instead of taking the fight, he went to middle and he got resources and. He got an advantage from doing that, and that's what you should have done, but instead you just rush him instantly thinking that your one fireball and your TNT can win you the game. Again, it's not bad for being confident, it's not bad for testing the water, but not when you're this low and not when you're at a disadvantageous position, especially if your especially if your movement and reaction time isn't the best. You shouldn't do this. Like, if it's a PC player, it's something else, because a PC player can take a fight and then if they notice they're losing it, they can start running away. As a mobile player, that's harder. I'm not saying that like a mobile player is necessarily worse than a PC player. Like, I mean, obviously you have a lot of disadvantages, but there's a lot of really good mobile players that can play very confidently. But this is just stupid. Like, you're getting fireball 3. Like, even after getting fireball twice, you're still trying to deal damage. And there's a lack of thought here. Right here, you should ask yourself, what is my plan? You're on 4 hearts. You didn't even buy a gapple. You didn't try to get health. You have to ask yourself, what is my goal? If your goal is beat green, then you have to think, okay, how can I beat green without dying? Obviously not by rushing him, trying to survive the game without having any healing. That's like 2 big mistakes. And obviously, if you don't have a lot of resources, I mean, this person has their generator and they have also yellow's generator. So they have two generators they can get resources from and stack up, whereas you only have one. If you went to aqua after dying, then you would have probably gotten cornered by green. You probably would have been forced to stay at aqua, and if you left to go for pink, you would have had to deal with gray probably. So your choices right now are limited to middle or to go for red. I mean, you could go for pink, but it's a bit scary, having to bridge. I would have just stayed in middle and just ran around. Because, like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, he fireballs you from behind and he boosts you forward, so it's even harder to, like, chase you. Like, there's nothing he can do if you just keep running around and you're in a really good, like, angle to not fall off and also, like, have a really good trajectory, like, walking trajectory. So, yeah, this is obviously not very good thinking. Again, I cannot get my thought about this. I mean, for me, this is obvious. You don't take this because this person obviously has more stuff than you, and they obviously have more health than you, and they're probably also a better player. Again, this is the exact opposite of last game, so it shows that this isn't the best idea. Like, even if, like, last game I said you should, like, try to PvP more, but this obviously isn't what I meant. Like, this isn't exactly PvPing. But, I mean, I don't blame you. Like, maybe you wanted to just finish the game quickly, or you wanted to, like, I don't know, to go eat or something, or you had to do something urgent, and you wanted to finish the game as soon as possible, and this was, I guess, the outcome of that urgency. But yeah, no, like, even here, like, what's your plan? Like, are you gonna try to, like, TNT the bridge? What is your plan? Because you're cornering yourself here. Like, you're not a faster bridger than the person behind you. So even if you make this jump and manage to walk away to aqua, what are you gonna do then? Like, you're cornered. He's too close behind you to be able to, like, give you time to buy something. So I think you should definitely get better at, thinking. I think you should give yourself some more time to make up decisions. I think that you should also be very aware of where the other player is and what the other player wants. Maybe you thought that green wants to make up a defense and wants to, play passively, because maybe a lot of mobile players do that. Like, the stereotype of a PC player is being very aggressive. That is almost every good PC player. If you see a PC player playing passively and not go for you instantly, either that PC player is bad or they're very, very, very smart. And as you can see here, this PC player is just very aggressive. And you can take advantage of that by, going to middle, or maybe fireballing them off because they want to kill you. Like, you could have just stayed at your base and waited for him to rush you and then fireball him off. So, definitely a lack of strategy here. I wouldn't be surprised if you only have, like, 300 wins. Actually, you know what? For the sake of the video, let's actually check how many wins you have. Okay. I mean, hey, that was like 300 squads wins. That's pretty close. Like 300, that's actually like surprisingly close. Yeah, you definitely play way too little solos. I think you should play more solos. You should think more about your strategy and just try to figure out how to win a game. Because I feel like, when playing squads, like, you don't have to do that much. Like, you're just gonna hope that your team has somebody that's really smart and really good, and that he can carry you and help you win the game. While when you play solos, you have to actually do all the work by yourself. Even if you play more doubles, that could be very useful. Obviously not by defending the entire game, but by also trying to take rushes and trying to take fights and then, learn some stuff. But again, overall, like, not bad. You really took your first rush very well. A lot of good decision making. I was impressed, but later on, you just wanted to win too badly. And you know what? Instead of going for something else, let's actually watch another game of his, because I think there's a lot to be learned by watching this player. Very short game, so I'm going to assume you also lose this because the lobby is very full. But, let's see, because I think there's a lot to be learned here for other players that want to try to improve at their gameplay. So, you're rushing here, and you're once again building up a lot. Here, you should build up, obviously. Like, this is a very good idea to build up here because it makes it harder for the other player to rush you. It just doesn't work on Futuristic, because you're not going to make the rush. But in general, building up is a very good idea. You take the fights. You're losing those, so you go for bed. Very good idea. Instead of committing for the fight, try to get the best out of it and, get the bed. And now you're walking out. So this guy's far away. This guy's not going to get to your base in a good while because they have to build up here. I don't know why you're pushing this. This person obviously has more health than you. Like, you're doing the exact opposite of what you did last game. and that's a bad decision. Last game, the person was like literally like 10 blocks away from your bed, and here this person is like 30 blocks away, and you're instantly walking out of your base and trying to like fight them. This person wasn't even that low. Like you couldn't have cleaned them very quickly. You had time to get some blocks, maybe defend your bed, and that's what I would have done. I mean, maybe I would have rushed them because I'm like a bit more confident at taking fights, but yeah, this just isn't too smart. And I think now you're gonna lose your bed because now it's gonna be close enough. Actually, never mind. He's not even there. What are you looking? Oh wait, he is there. Never mind. Never mind. He just built blocks there. Okay. Yeah, you probably lost your bed here then. Actually, never mind, because this player is stupid. That's actually pretty impressive that you saw him go to. I didn't even pay attention to that. I just thought like, I can't see his IGN. He's not there. But let me actually look. Could this is the wrong game. Could you see his IGN? Because that's actually like not bad. No, I think you just like assumed he was up there. Okay, well, I mean that's pretty impressive. But again, like what you should have done earlier, you should have made a bad defense because you can't really kill him. You could have maybe, but like not really. But still, you went up, you dared to go for the fight. Some people would just like sit in the generator and just give up. You didn't. So props for that. There's definitely like a lot of traits here that you have that are way better than the average player. So I think you have the attitude of becoming a really good player if you just think more about the game. So right here you get some blocks and a fireball again, and you have a bed this time, so let's hope this has a different outcome. You can actually still win this game, because like half the lobby's gone. Like there's a minute left. I think you can actually win this game. Jump at his player. Very nice. Fireball the bed, or break it. Same. That actually almost knocked him off. That wasn't a bad fireball, I'm not gonna lie. You did lose though, but you did a pretty good job. Green's low, he's not gonna rush instantly. What are you doing? Why is Green rushing? What? Wait, why is your bed gone? What happened here? Did I miss something? Why? Okay, I mean, I don't blame you for that. I didn't even see that. That's so weird. Were there any signs that did White kill Aqua? Oh yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah, that is a bit weird though, because normally like White would go for yellow and green. So I don't really know what happened there. That I don't blame you for that. You shouldn't have like known that. Yeah, can you see the bridge here actually? You can kind of see it, but if you're like paying attention here, you're not gonna see that at all. It blends in too much with the sky. That's a bit unfortunate. I don't blame you there. I'm actually interested to see if you're gonna win this somehow. I think you got fireballed from behind too, because you get hit by something. Yep, you get fireballed. You kill Green though. I think it looks like you do. I would have stopped here. Oh, okay, you're so lucky. Oh my gosh. No, don't go back. Keep going. Oh no, please don't die here. Oh my god. You're so low. God, oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so let's break this down, because like my head's hurting. Okay, so first of all, very good idea. You keep fighting, you don't turn around, you don't panic. And then here, God, like this is giving me like so much anxiety just like looking at this situation, because this is such an obvious no-go. You don't do this. You do not do this. Like I have done this to so many players. This is such a scary situation when you're the person that's, right here. But he somehow doesn't place a block in time and you kill him. I would have just kept going, honestly, because like this person seemed pretty incompetent. But you go for the fight. I mean, honestly, like maybe we would have died if you kept rushing Green. And you somehow win the fight. Very impressive for winning that. He had an iron sword. And you spam bike apples a bit too much. This time you did, I mean, at least you bought apples though. So, very nice of you to buy apples. And now I would go back. Or you can just rush Green. Like here, I mean, like this is what I meant. Like you could have just gone for blue right away. And, you'd have had enough time to like get some more resources. And, oh no, it looks like you're gonna die here. No. Are you gonna die here? You're gonna get knocked off. No. Oh god, this is so much pain for me. Okay, so again, decision making. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to win the game? If so, what do you have to do to win the game? You have to kill the person that seems to be the most competent, which seems to be White. White got to you very quickly, surprisingly quickly, and they also had no armor. They were on iron sword, which means they're very confident about their PvP skills, and they don't really get worried about getting hit. So, you know, you can already assess a lot about the other player, or assume a lot about the other player just from that. So green should not be an issue. Let's, you know, let just green chase you. You could have just gone back to your base and just not really cared about anything. You could have maybe even, you know, just gotten fireballs and just stayed there and fireball people off. Or you could have just waited there, you know, just like fought in your gen. I think like your aiming seems to be pretty good, so I don't think you would have lost a fight if you just took it from your base. But instead, you're just very aggressive, hyper aggressive. I mean, I don't blame you. Like that's some pretty nice parkour, pretty nice block placements. But missed fireball. Like if I miss a fireball like that, like I don't know, my confidence goes down. I wouldn't risk this. And even here, like this is very obvious for the other player. Like no matter how stupid they are, they're gonna notice this. Like you're obviously bridging forward. You're not building up anymore. Does that mean he's gonna bypass? He's bypassing. I drop down. I go for him. I'm like right behind him. And here you try to go for it, and I mean, credit where credit is due. You did try it. You did try it, and you probably learned the lesson right here. I mean, only having 50 like wins or something, you've probably like learned a lot in that time. Like, you're probably on your way to become a really good player. I think you have the attitude of becoming a good player. You know, you're pretty good at fighting, and you're pretty confident in your ability to do things. But I think that confidence is like the worst thing about your gameplay right now, is that you're going for you know, plays that don't really make sense and don't really work and won't work because not everybody is incompetent. But I mean, again, most important thing is just try to have a plan. Try to know what you want to do before you actually do it. And even like if you have an idea like this one, back out of it if anything feels bad about it. You know, if I miss a fireball like that, which is the most important thing, like killing this player to be able to go to blue and get stacked and then get their bed, if that play gets ruined, just bail out. Don't try to improvise. You're not there yet where you can improvise on plays. You should just, you know, bail out and give up. But I hope you can learn a lot from this, and especially like people watching can learn a lot from this. First game was a good example of how to win a game when you lose your bed. And this is a good example of how to not win a game and how to lose your bed a lot. Again, I do not blame you for losing your bed here, but I do blame you for trying to be too aggressive. You should have probably like run around gens more, maybe, you know, build up some, use your fireballs better, and, you know, try to play to your advantages and not try to play to your disadvantages. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of watching Bedwars gameplay and having a mental breakdown. If you did enjoy this, send some gameplay in. As you can see, I have a lot more gameplay I just didn't look at because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you want to see more, send some videos in, have them be losses, and go in with an open mind of I want to learn more and improve more. And yeah, I'll end up the video here. Goodbye.